Welcome in, everybody, to Betting Pros. It's time to place your bets. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia, and this is BP NFL. It's time to talk parlays, have a little fun with my best friend Andrew Erickson here on the show. Make sure you subscribe to the Betting Pros YouTube channel, wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, always join us here. We've got live content. We've got everything going here at BP. And now we've got our Week 11 parlays. These are for a good time. These are for fun. These are for people who aren't afraid. We've got some big numbers here. We're going to do some things too a little differently this week too, and add some fun little wrinkles and including our favorite bets of the week together too. So stay tuned for that to the end of the show. Andrew Erickson, why don't you start us off with a little SGP action in the Green Bay Packers New York Giants contest? The Giants going on without Brian Daboll. What does that mean for what's going to happen in this game?
It means we're getting Jameis Winston as the QB1 for the New York Giants, and we don't know how many starts he's going to make, how many more starts he's going to make in the NFL, people. So we got to take advantage to bet on Jameis Winston when you get the chance. I know, Joe, you like the Giants with the points against the spread. I'm going to the over in this game. I like 42.5 Giants and Packers going over. Giants defense, I think, is absolutely terrible, and I do think that Green Bay can bounce back a little bit here offensively. Primetime spot, laid a dud against a really good Philadelphia Eagles defense. I think, therefore, you're getting some value on this Packers offense. Romeo Doubs is practicing in full. They should get Matthew Golden back this week. He's an explosive rookie, and we know that they can push the ball downfield. So I like the Packers offense to bounce back here against the Giants. Look at the Giants. 4 of the last 5 games have gone over the total, and that's because their defense has been absolutely atrocious, especially in the fourth quarter. All these blown leads. That's why Brian Daboll is no longer the head coach. It really wasn't because the offense was playing bad. It was because they couldn't put away teams. It's because their defense kept heavily running into issues. They've been banged up, especially in their secondary. So I think the Packers can score here. And on the offensive side for the Giants, yeah, there's no Jackson Dart, but Jameis Winston. He is the over king. Last year, 6 full starts for Winston, 4-2 towards the over. We know that he's never afraid to sling the ball into a tight window. It's going to result in interceptions sometimes, but hey, pick sixes, short fields, that's good for offensive scoring on both sides here. So he is the tide that lifts all the boats, both on the Packers side and the Giants side. So going over 42.5, and then tying in some player props, Jameis Winston to go for over 1.5 passing touchdowns. The Packers have one of the highest touchdown rates this season allowed on defense. So when they do give up scores, it is through the air. It's not as much rushing. So because it's Tyron Tracy, Devin Singletary, no more Cam Scattaboo, I think it's just going to be Jameis Winston slinging it into the end zone. So I think he goes for over 1.5 passing touchdowns. The yardage is going to be there, over 220.5 passing yards. He was actually hitting this more than 50% of the time in his starts last season. And the only times he went under it was when he was facing the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I do like him to also go over here. And if you look at the Packers defense, their defense hasn't played nearly as well on the road that they have played at home. Packers are 3-1 towards the over on the road this season compared to at home, and it's been 3 straight overs. So the Packers defense, yes, the pass rush is elite, but if Jameis Winston can get some time, make some plays off script, I think he can take advantage of some of these secondary pieces, which I think are the weakest part of the Green Bay Packers defense. And then just to kind of throw in a little sweetener here, because I think it's just kind of like a guaranteed lock, Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown. Giants defense, again, like I said, is terrible, especially against the run. And Josh Jacobs is the guy in the red zone that they always like to feature. So maybe to make Jordan Love a bit more comfortable with some of these weapons without Tucker Kraft, maybe you just feed Josh Jacobs a little bit more here as the engine to your offense. Went over 100 yards from scrimmage. He was the reason why I didn't go undefeated, 5-0 in the prop show. I took the under on Jacobs and his scrimmage yards, and he made me eat it. So I'm going to bet on Jacobs this week to score a touchdown and hopefully end up in the green. So that's my 4-leg parlay, plus 366 for Packers and Giants.
Yeah, check out the prop show tomorrow on Friday. Gets released here on the program. And you guys have been red hot on there the last couple of weeks. You and Welsh have done a great job on that show. All right, I put a little SGP together too using the Same Game Parlay tool on BettingPros, which is available. Again, go to bettingpros.com/parlay. Just download the app. Just look for it in the tools section. You'll see the Same Game Parlay out there. So, of course, I had to go to my favorite game, Bucs-Bills, right? So I put one together too. Plus 522. It's a big number here, but hear me out, as the kids like to say. Going over the total points, 48. I think that's a lock, and so does Betting Pros. We think we can get over there with these two offenses, regardless of some of the limitations maybe the Buffalo Bills have. The Buccaneers, you know where I'm going with this one, plus 5.5. I want the Baker Mayfield side of this one covering this game. Maybe they win, maybe they don't. I think they can. But tell you what, the Buccaneers at least plus 5.5. If I'm doing the parlay, I'm going to play it a little safer here and just take the points with the Bucs. And then Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns. You're actually getting plus money on this. I like this just as it is at plus 125. You can find this right now. So is he going to throw 2 touchdowns in this game? I think pretty much. I think that's a lock right now, especially with that run game a little bit in flux. So again, over on the total, give me the Bucs with the points, and Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns to get you to plus 522 on that bad boy. So that's a big return there on things that I think are pretty much right in the wheelhouse for all to happen here on Sunday for Bucs and Bills. Now, before we get to more of the parlay action, we've got fun stuff to give away here, including this month's giveaway, the Kyren Williams signed Rams helmet for free. We're giving it away to somebody. It could be you. Why not you? It's from pristineauction.com. All you need to do to win the Kyren Williams helmet is go to bettingpros.com/contest, complete the form, and either download the Betting Pros app, leave a review of the Betting Pros podcast, or subscribe to our social media channels at Betting Pros on X, on TikTok, and Betting Pros NFL on the IG. The more actions you complete, the more entries you'll receive, and we'll be announcing the winner right here on the channel. So make sure you turn on those notifications, you ring the bell till that goes ding, so you never miss a piece of content here. And of course, you can get notified if you're the winner of the big prize. Now, Andrew Erickson, I want to put this out there. This is my big parlay of the week. This is the big number here. I want to see what you think of this one. You know, I already love the Buccaneers, so I'm trying to find ways to make the Buccaneers with the plus 5.5 work. So I already locked that in here. You know, I love the Tennessee Titans to go under their team total 15.5 right now. It's minus 113 for that. I think that Houston Texans defense is just far too good, and that Titans offense is just going to be overwhelmed. And then let's have a little fun here with the Giants upsetting at home the Green Bay Packers here, right? The Giants are at home, fired the coach. I think the crowd will be revved up with Jameis Winston. I think there's a real shot the way the Packers offense, I've talked about it on the other show. You can go back and watch more of that one, our best bet show, where I talked about the Packers offense being broken and Matt LaFleur's play calling and poor choices. And I think from what I've seen this year, you know, the Giants have a different energy at home. Now, I know some of that came from Scatterboo and Dart, but I think it can get some of that from Jameis Winston. And every time you see a team fire a head coach, you see the troops rally. This one's at home. It's an easy rally for me. Giants money line plus 285. You put the Bucs 5.5. You put the Titans under 15.5 team total, and the Giants plus 285 on the money line plus 1285. Is that sexy enough for you, Andrew Erickson? It's a big one.
I like it. I like it a
You
lot.
like it?
It's good.
Here we go.
Very good.
Here we go. I'm waiting for the YouTube comments to tell me I'm crazy, but I don't know, man. I put this out there already. I've already bet this. And the other thing I bet is our best bets of the week. Now, what we do on Thursday's show is we put the best bets out there on Hard Rock Bet for everybody to see, but I want to put them together. So Andrew, talk to everybody about why Dallas this week with the minus 3.5 for those who might not know.
I love the Dallas Cowboys against the Raiders, even though they're playing on the road. They are coming off a bye week. And if you look at Dallas since 2023, when they're playing with rest advantage, 7-3 against the spread. And they're also really good when they're coming off a loss. So they've won 14 of the last 15 games after a loss. I like Big D to bounce back here. I think that their defense is going to play significantly better out of their bye week. You have Quinnen Williams now anchoring the interior defensive line after they traded for him from the New York Jets. They're getting a couple guys back from injured reserve. Quarterback Siobhan Ravel, a guy they drafted this year they were excited about. DeMarvion Overshawn, he's going to play at linebacker. And I think that the emotional side of it too. You know, this is the first game that Dallas is going to play after the passing of Marshawn Nealon. And I think that the human element of this game is going to be that Dallas is going to come out firing against a very wounded Raiders offensive line with Geno Smith, who barely finished the game against the Broncos a couple Thursday nights ago. So I think that the Dallas Cowboys defense, 10th in pressure rate this season. I think they're going to smell blood in the water. I think they're going to get after Geno. And I think that you're going to see the Dallas Cowboys defense kind of show out here on prime time. And we all go back and think, you know, maybe this defense can turn it around in the second half of the season. They did acquire Quinnen Williams. So I like the Dallas a lot. I like where they're going and their trajectories. They try to, you know, sneak into the postseason, whereas the Raiders, we know they're not going anywhere. So I like Big D here.
Well, everybody knows what I like this week, and it's Baker Mayfield covering the spread. So again, give me the Bucs 5.5 here, plus 5.5. And I think that defense bounces back. I think, you know, Henderson ran amok on a very good run defense. I think that unit has a lot of pride, and I think they will get right after practice this week, go on the road and show up against the Buffalo Bills. So I do think that will help contain the Buffalo Bills offense enough to keep this game close. You know, Baker Mayfield's got the ice water in the veins. He loves these kind of things. He loves being the underdog in these situations. So if you put my favorite bet of the week and Andrew's favorite bet of the week, the best bet parlay of the week is plus 272. It's 2 legs. It's almost 3-1. I like it, Andrew. I think it can help the people. What's your favorite parlay of the week? Drop your comments below. Make sure you download the BettingPros app. Bet smarter, not harder. Use the tools like the Same Game Parlay Builder we just talked about earlier in the show to help you find success in Week 11. That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. For Andrew Erickson, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.